Hello everybody, and welcome to Metroid Prime Remastered. We continue the marathon tonight with, well, Metroid Prime. Of course, we're playing the remastered version for the updated graphics and controls. This one comes with twin-stick controls, unlike the original Prime, which only had movement on one stick, aiming was manual while holding down a trigger. It worked. It worked surprisingly well, but it was still a little clunky. So, it was exciting to finally be able to play a Metroid game with twin stick. That said, gosh dang, this music is cool. Might be one of the best main menu themes ever made. And some of you might have seen in the title something about a theremin. You're going, what the heck is a theremin? That whistly sound that is often associated with alien stuff. That's a theremin. It's one of the most scientific-looking instruments ever made. It's essentially a box with two antennae on it, one vertical and one horizontal, and it makes noises based on where you place your hand in between those two antennae. It's very wacky, but very cool. Anyway, let's hop right in, shall we? Actually, is there controls? Because playing this on an Xbox controller feels real weird, I gotta say. Okay. Erase. Normal difficulty. Hello, Zelda Sheik. Glad you can make it. Does your brother know I'm streaming now? He's still able to make it? Yeah, the remastered version has loading screens for some reason. Dread and Remastered are the first Metroid games to have loading screens. The first Nintendo games I've seen with loading screens in a very long time. It's better with the GameCube controls. I kind of prefer the dual stick. Why not use mouse and keyboard? Because Remastered I don't think has those. Unidentified distress beacon has been Oh wait, I forgot about something. Hold on. So there was a version...
In the vast universe, the history of humanity is but a flash of light from a lone star. The life of a single person should be lost in space and time. But among the stars, there is one light that burns brighter than all others. The light of Samus Aran. Her battles extend beyond her life and etch themselves into history. Here, another chapter of that history will be written.
Craziest looking space frigate ever seen. I have to wonder what's up with the neon wires hanging out of it. You know, whoever built this map was just like, make it look sci-fi. Okay, do you want it to look like anything else? Nah, just make it look sci-fi. Is my microphone peaking? Are we good? I feel like my microphone's a little more sensitive than usual. How is it? Is it too much? Do I need to turn my mic down? We good? It's a little awkward to have Samus doing an idle animation while she's still looking around and, like, in movie mode. Yeah, Samus is much more mysterious in the Prime games simply by merit of her character not being super established by this point. Dread Samus was awesome. Samus in the Prime games is jarringly passive. So yeah, you might wonder, what the heck was up with the narration there earlier? It turns out, in the European releases of the original game, they added narration. I think the narration came in other releases as well, but not in the American one. And they added the option to turn the narration on or off with this version of the game. I turned it on to try it out. I kind of like it without the narration, but I forgot to turn it off. So I guess we're just going to roll with that now. Are you going to scan everything? I might. What would you prefer? So yeah, one of the cooler, albeit also divisive things about the Metroid games, for those not in the know, is the scan visor here, which lets you scan a bunch of stuff for extra info. Energy force field in place, you cannot reach your gunship. Weird that I can't reach my gunship even though I just launched myself off of my gunship to get on this thing. Yep, energy force field. Oh yeah, it's real weird with an Xbox controller. I do have a Switch Pro controller, but it connects by Bluetooth, and setting that up is a little finicky. I wish I could connect it by cable. I'd use it so much more. I need to see if there's a cable-compatible, PC-compatible Switch controller out there. But yeah, Scan Visor gives you all kinds of information with these little nodes that you can scan. This switch is directly connected to the force field barrier. Of course, this game has lock-on. In the original game, lock-on was how you aim manually. Otherwise, Samus just aimed straight ahead, which made the game feel just a little more claustrophobic, as well as the fact that you couldn't strafe unless you were locked onto something. But this feels more fluid and more organic to me. Did I forget to scan the gate? I think I did. Force field blocks the entrance. The switch does not seem to be operational. The control panel on the pillar in this room can turn it on. So yeah, as it says, scannable objects appear with standard yellow or important red targets. Now I gotta admit, I never liked the little box node system that they had in this game. I always thought that looked a little awkward, and it kind of takes me out of the immersion a little bit. In later games, they highlight the entire scannable object in blue, red, or green, with green being already scanned, red being important, and blue being environmental. In this game, it just fades if you've already scanned it. I really like the later system a lot more. Fun fact, I watched Chugga Conroy play this game all the way through for his first time over on the Runaway Guys, and both Super Metroid and Metroid Prime are games that he oddly couldn't get past the very beginning in. Super Metroid is because I guess he couldn't figure out he was supposed to go down into a morph ball hole. In this game, it's because he somehow missed the fact that there were 2 extra targets up here. Chugga's a goofball. I love the guy. So a couple changes between this game and the original. In the original, the scan nodes had a symbol inside them instead of just being this oddly boring grid. I miss the symbol, at least. Also, these doors, I thought they looked a little different. It turns out what they did was they took the texture on the door, which you can see looks a little scuffed up here, and they for some reason dramatically lowered the opacity of that texture or something, so it's barely visible. I don't know why they did that. I like the old look. This look, it looks unfinished. It looks really weird to me. Don't know why I can't scan that. Maybe from this side? There we go. Entrance to exterior docking hangar. This is neat! Det Gamma, reactor core and propulsion. Current status, environment normal. Biohazard research, environment normal. Deck Alpha, emergency evacuation area, environment unstable. And that's why that one's marked. Anything else in here to scan? Not really, just the door. So pardon me starting so late tonight. I was doing some stuff in Terraria and was on a roll with getting stuff done, so I was finishing up all that stuff while it was stuck on my mind. And then I had to go eat dinner. Ate a homemade burger. It was delicious. Surprised you don't just use the Wii ROM and the modified Dolphin application. I mean, I could, but it doesn't have the upgraded graphics, man. Airlock repressurization successful. Entrance to Deck Alpha access hall. These games are great with atmosphere. upgraded. I mean, it's remastered, dude. It looks better than the Wii version. Other than those little factors. A new creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Parasite, interstellar vermin. They travel in swarms. Indigenous to Talon 4, a single parasite is harmless to larger life forms. However, they tend to travel in large groups, swarming over potential prey. Such swarms can be dangerous. You don't see much of a difference? I see a lot of difference. This game is way clearer looking than the GameCube and Wii versions. Not that those versions weren't great for the time, but they look a lot more jagged if you compare the two. And this version of the game is much better lighting as well. Morphology unknown. Info. High levels of radiation detected. Hold on a minute. Did I miss something? I did not. You think Prime Hack looks just as good? Well, we'll get to see Prime Hack with the other two games, but with this one, I wanted it to be a little special. Morphology Space Pirate. Status death caused by a severing of the spinal cord. Yeah, that's one of the cooler things I like about these Metroid games, is they don't shy away from scan details. That's super fun. Biohazardous materials. Phase on batch 0009.A. Destination deck beta. Phase on batch 0142.A. deck beta. Escape pod entrance. The vessel has already been jettisoned. Evacuation occurred 6 hours prior to your arrival. You can scan all the doors here. Entrance to Deck Alpha Access Hall. The platform does not look like it can be activated from this room. Space Pirate. Death caused by acidic burns to body. Chemical type unknown. Crazy that your scan visor, which seems to know everything and can hack into heavily encrypted computer systems in literal seconds, doesn't know what the poison is. Tail section possesses a mouth-like orifice, most likely used for birthing offspring. Hello? Hey! Weak life signs detected. Imprints of large bite marks can be seen on the exoskeleton. You know, I could help you, dude. I guess you don't want it then. Small energy replenishes 10 units. Escape pod 3, 4, and 7 all launched. Escape pod launch coordinates Talon 4, 110L.30L. Research Command Center. I know where that is, do you? Entrance to Deck Alpha Umbilical Hall. Biohazardous materials. Had to step away. Did you get the mouth scan? You mean the tail mouth? Or oh, this one. Thanks for calling that out. I was just about to go around and check, but analysis shows incredibly large muscle structures surrounding the jaw area. Fluid sacs containing acid are also detected. Death caused by severe flame damage to the exoskeleton. Pardon me a moment. Zelda Chic, where's your brother at? Let's see, and I think that's everything in here. Yup. Space Pirate. Death caused by excessive blunt trauma to cranium. Well, he did have an entire metal hallway collapse on his head. Although this debris is obstructing the hallway, it looks like it can be easily removed. That's right, we get a charge shot right out the gate. That was weird. That should not have happened. That reminds me of something, though. You think he went to bed? Well, that's a shame. But I'll probably be streaming this more throughout the coming weeks. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do this exclusively on Saturdays because of how long these games are and how many games I need to play before their sequels come out this year. There's one thing they brought in from Metroid Prime Hunters for this remaster that I really like, and it's that when you press A and hold it, you get 3 shots before you charge. In the original, you only got the 1 shot and then the charge. And then there was rapid fire, just from pressing the button if you wanted to shoot more than once. But I like that they brought in the multi-shot because the Switch has a very clicky digital trigger on it, unlike the GameCube, which had analog. And the DS had a very similar trigger. And so they did that to stop you wearing out the trigger so fast, because you are pressing these buttons a lot if you're rapid firing. Unfortunately, I still managed to eventually wear out the trigger on my DS with Prime Hunters anyway. But yeah, that's a feature I really like. I'm getting my commands all messed up. Entrance to Mat Facility. Entrance to Connection Elevator. Ventilation Tunnel to Navigation Room. Let's see if I can remember. Whoops, that's my missiles. Spoilers! There we go. A new research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Map Station. Walk into Map Station holograms to download a map of the area you're in. But hold on a minute. Frigate exterior hull stable and fully functional. Okay, Samus's ship in the left image looks oddly like a trash can or an Egyptian ash urn. Ash urn? One of those urns they stored the organs in when they were making mummies. Talon 4, Ground Zero, area secure. Crater radiation readings normal. 2 Parasite Queen specimens have become volatile on Deck Beta. All security personnel should report to the Biotech Research Area. Parasitic infestation has been detected in the ventilation systems of Decks Gamma and Beta. I wonder what the Space Pirates used to activate this thing. You downloaded the map for this area. I'm making you sick with this? There we go. Much better. Cool window, cool view outside the window. Now I have a question. How the frick does anybody other than Samus get in here through this tiny half-height hole? It's like, yes, you're on duty in the map room. Every morning, you're gonna crawl through this ventilation shaft. Very strange, in hindsight. This platform does not seem to be functional. There must be something nearby that will turn it on. Access to Deck Beta approved. Please step into the hologram. Platform active. Also, as cool as it is for Samus to have a 3-dimensional model and a full proper look at her suit for what was basically the first time with the original Prime, it is a bulky as heck suit, and I really like the I love the Dread version of her suit so much better. Specimen containment breach on Deck Beta. All crew report for lockdown. This energy conductor unit has been damaged. Use caution when approaching the arcing electricity. Why were you approved? Shouldn't there be a Space Pirate security clearance? There is a Space Pirate security clearance, most likely. It is canon that Samus's scan visor is capable of hacking into Space Pirate networks virtually instantly. It doesn't matter how much they encrypt the crap out of their systems, her suit hacks it immediately. And I believe they mentioned that in Prime 2 in one of the pirate logs. They're like, oh my gosh, she keeps breaking into our networks. How does this keep happening? I love how they only now tell us how to turn into Morph Ball. Unless they did earlier and I missed it. Hello, hello? You all hear me good? Yeah? Cool. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys were able to hear me after it happened, but my entire computer froze. So, I don't know what caused that. That's part of what took me so long to get started, was the game didn't save either, so I had to come all the way back to this point. And then I was also I pulled up the task manager and I was monitoring data usage and such. Just to make sure everything was still running smoothly. If that happens, I'm going to say 2 more times in quick succession, then I'll say the computer probably just can't handle the graphical quality of the game for whatever reason, through the emulation or something. It might be Suyu, I don't know. But yeah, if it gets to be too much, then I'll swap over to doing the Prime Hack version. So, yeah, that's the current plan. But it should run fine. I was able to make it all the way to Talon Overworld in my test run without a problem. Maybe it just can't handle streaming and this game at the same time. Don't know. I'm just scanning everything willy-nilly. Sorry about that. Rejection of phazon compound detected in specimen cell C. Status unknown. Here's another one of those things that we saw in the fire. This one appears to be alive. Low life signs detected, but not gone. Morphology unknown. This creature appears to be in a state of stasis hibernation. Hi there. Space pirate. Severe internal damage detected. You can see him limping, which is really cool. They made a custom animation just for that guy. Wonder if he even knows I'm here. Now he does. Holding his side. Specimen Cell A, status hibernation, transference of phazon batch 0081.D complete. Specimen Cell B, rejection of phazon compound detected. Oh, you're alive. Both legs of this creature are broken. I got a lot on this thing. Parasite egg and pupa stage. Its tough exoskeleton protects it from its mother's acidic embryonic fluid. The fluid sacs in the mouth enlarge after mutation. This allows for increased production of corrosive bile. After mutation, the carapace of the larva becomes rigid. The carapace is quite resilient, able to resist the attacks of many predators. Combat mutation applications are complete. The primary legs of this creature possess galvanized tips, allowing it to penetrate any known alloy. Kaiju, if you need to go to bed, you can always just watch the VOD later. Entrance to Deck Beta Security Hall. The coils on this ventilation cap look unstable. Those things up there, yeah, I guess they are sparking a little bit, aren't they? Anything I can scan down there from up here? Doesn't seem like it. You've been up since 4 AM, we'll probably watch the VOD. Alright, have a good night, Kaiju. Glad you could make it for the beginning. Ballistic support needed in Specimen Block F. Entrance to Biohazard Containment. A new creature's entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Mechanism auto turret. Use missiles to break outer casing. Funny that it hasn't told me yet how to use missiles. Entrance to Biotech Research Area 1. Could have sworn there was a scan on one of those. Hey there, Phi! Glad you could make it. New research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Missile ammunition. Resupplies missile launcher with 3 rounds of ammo. So, Phi, you might have noticed on Forcadia, I disappeared for a few seconds there. My whole computer froze up, which has never happened before in the, 10 years now that I've had this PC? So, if it turns out it's a thing with this game, I'm going to switch over to doing the Prime Hack version, but at the moment it seems to be running fine, and in my test run, I made it all the way to Talon for Surface, so it should be good, at least for a while. Phase on Fusion Stage 1 Parasite Larva Diagnostic. Mass 1.2, length 0.5, cell structure stable. 1.2 and 0.5 what? Meters? A new pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Space pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 09.992.3. Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates Orpheon, Syracuse, and Volparagom were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at Code Blue. No signs of pursuit from the hunter. Phazon at Fusion Stage 2, introducing mutagen into tank. Phazon Batch 0732.C status complete. So yeah, if that log I just read wasn't hint enough, as I've stated before, this game takes place immediately after the events of Zero Mission. So we've gone back in time with this one. Otherwise occupied with things away from your laptop for a bit concerning one of your cats. Only just returned, figured you'd watch for a little while at least. Well, glad to have you here, Phi. Auto turret disabled. So yeah, that's a neat thing about this game. Usually if there's auto turrets, there's also a way to disable them rather than blowing them up. Phase on a Fusion Stage 3, mutation initiated, larva status stable. Phi, what's your history with this game? Morphology Parasite Larva. Info. Harmless unless encountered in large numbers. There goes the auto turret. Chilling out. Morphology Plasmite. Info. Native of Talon 4. What's banging on this door? Specimen Solitary Holding 1, Phazon level unknown. Status Xenotropic life form unstable, use caution. So this, I believe, is the only sighting of a side hopper in the entire game. The entire Prime series, in fact. You will never actually see these things, but for some reason they included one for a scan as an Easter egg. I wonder how we would have fought them in 3D. I bet they would have been melee fighters. They probably just ram you. Leap face first into you to deal damage. In Fusion Analysis 10.2, specimens exhibit incredible strength and body mass increase when exposed to Phazon Batch 0732.C. Played through this one a couple times, but that was a really long time ago. Nice. Have you played the other ones? In Fusion Analysis 12.5, Phazon Batch 0003.H increases the acid production in the saliva ducts of parasite larvae. Experiment 435.8, bioform pain tolerance levels at 13% and holding. Specimen cell structure failing, Batch 0732.C does not match DNA, terminating infusion sequence. Doesn't match DNA. What does that mean? Phazon Infusion Stage 4. Lava Diagnostic. Mass 14.5. Length 40.3. Cell structure failing. Including other regrettably other fair enough. Morphology unknown. Info. This specimen has been horribly mutated. There are no life ratings. Who in chat has played Metroid Prime Hunters? I'm really curious. Biohazard waste removal may begin in 3 hours. Nope. What about you, Phi? Elevator operational. Please step into the hologram. Unsure. Prime Hunters was the DS one. Doesn't ring a bell. Prime Hunters is the DS one that Silex from Prime 4 comes from. He's the blue guy that showed up in the trailer. Severe internal damage detected. Whoops. I keep getting my commands mixed up. Maybe I should be using my Switch GameCube controller for this. Brain hemorrhage detected. Creature's aim will be hindered. Avoid damage by using quick movements. Well, whoops. I keep doing that. I keep thinking my missile is the left button, not the top button. I don't know why. I blame doing that with my mouse controls. Morphology Zoomer, native of Talon 4. Plated Parasite Lava, native of Talon 4. Specimen Solitary holding 2, phase on level Toxic, status Hermetic Seal holding. War Wasp, native of Talon 4. Specimen Solitary holding 3, phase on level normal. Hermetic Seal holding. This guy can fire a little more than the others. Minimal injuries assessed. Use caution. Maximum firepower recommended. Maximum firepower? Okay. Well, I didn't use all of my missiles, so does that really count as maximum firepower? Poor guy, though. He survived for so long, and then I blew him up so hard he got stuck hanging from the door. Only one you've not played is the newest, Prime 4. Well, nobody's played that. It hasn't come out yet. Might have touched base with Prime Hunters, but didn't play through it completely. That's a bit of a shame. It's a good game. It's awkward to play, and it's not nearly as good as the other Prime games, but it is very good for a DS game. At least for the time that it came out. Shouldn't waste your missiles. The charge shot is plenty. The one before the yet to be released, you goof. Are you talking about remastered or Federation Force? Or do you mean Prime 3? Ice Shriek Bat, native of Talon 4. Specimen Solitary holding 5 empty. Wait a minute. Oh, but this only tells us about it. I was gonna say, I swear there's a thing in the game where you can encounter Ice Shriek Bats in like one place, and if you miss the chance to scan them, you'll never see them again. But that wasn't a proper scan, that was just telling you what it was for some reason. Space Pirate! Acid burns have welded the joints of the exoskeleton. Eesh. That sounds terrible. They fixed that bug for the remaster? Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know that it was necessarily a bug, though. It might have been. Some of you might be like, oh my gosh, stop with the scan visor thing. Don't worry, you're scanning less and less as you go through the game because you scanned more and more of the game. But the frigate Orpheon never comes back until much later when it's extremely disfigured. So we need to get these scans out of the way now. Ventilation covers may become superheated if airflow is restricted. Unusual thermal readings should be reported to the deck engineer on duty. Security codes on auto turrets are changed every other lunar cycle. Using improper codes may result in turret activation. And it so happens all we need to do is a scan and immediate deactivation because, again, Samus has godly hacking skills with this thing. Obstruction detected in reactor ventilation system. Engineering crew report to freight lift corridor immediately. Entrance to cargo freight lift. As for the missiles, I'm not too worried about it. Deck Beta Transit Hall. Space pirate status: death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. I love the little medical scans we get on the sides. But I was always partial to the 3D models we got in Prime 2. And I kind of wish we got medical scans and 3D models together. I think that would make for the most authentic looking scan visor. Access to Det Gamma approved. Please step into the hologram. Platform active. Check this out, we're going down at an angle. Minimal injuries assessed. Use caution. Why did it count it like a new one? We already scanned a guy with that same info. I'm at 43 HP. That's kind of crazy that I've gotten down that low this early in the game. The one before Dread was the last one you played. So, depending on what you're counting, that would either be the remake of Metroid 2, Samus Returns, or Federation Force. No, wait, that would be Samus Returns, actually. Because Samus Returns came out after Federation Force. By, like, a year? Maybe 2? I don't remember. This device does not seem to be functional. There must be something nearby that will turn it on. Excuse me. This door is tightly sealed and does not appear to be receiving power. Morphology Space Pirate, death caused by removal of internal organs. Am I the only one that thinks the intestines in the left image look oddly like a clown mouth that's just got all kinds of mess inside it? Door lock enabled. Please insert metallic sphere to open door. It looks like a spherical shape would fit in this clamp. Clown with too much tongue, yeah. Weird technology we have here, that you need a spherical object to open the door. But that's one of the things I like about the Prime games. The technology is so incredibly alien that I cannot for the life of me figure out why it is the way it is. I forgot I could just scan this to turn them off, I think. Nope, that's the door lock. I don't know, screw it. Death caused by cranial trauma. Death caused by severe lacerations. Subject looks like it has been partially eaten. Yeesh. Death caused by acid burns to the face. Ow. Entrance to save station. I need that desperately. Save station. Step into these stations to save your game and fully restore your energy. Energy fully replenished. I was always a little bummed that the save stations in the first and second Primes looked the same and just had a different sound effect. I was excited when the third game changed it. I'm a kind of guy who likes seeing different versions of things. This creature looks like it struggled to get through the door. So before this, I was watching Snapcube play Deltarune. Those of you who wanted to see Jacksepticeye play the new chapters and can't because he decided not to stream or put those on YouTube. Yeah, you can go watch Snapcube play it. It's a lot of fun. Snapcube is a great voice actress. Or actor. I don't actually know if Snapcube identifies as female. Boy, howdy, the Parasite Queen looks a lot better in the remaster. As does the shield around her. A new creature's entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Parasite Queen. Parasite female, genetically enhanced by unknown means. A weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Scans indicate the presence of a potent mutagen. Origins unknown. Creature exhibits the ability to fire weapon-grade blasts of energy from its mouth, a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears the pirates have begun a bioengineering program with considerable results. Samus Returns would be the last one you played? Yep. Now, think about this. Sure, it's a queen, but it's called a parasite. What the frick is this thing infecting and living off of to qualify as a parasite at that size? Also, I'm pretty sure... No, gosh dang it. I really need to use a different controller, oh my gosh. Having this button arrangement is weird for this, to me. Even though it's probably the same on the Switch. Started as small things you have seen scurrying around, and then the space pirates got a hold of it. True, but still, those are huge parasites, and I have to wonder what they live off of. After all, we never saw any of them attached to anything. So here's the dash mechanic that this game gives you for rapid strafing. And she fell right into the reactor. At least this game has a reason for this place to blow up.
Evacuate immediately. Evacuate immediately.
It's just a deck gamma monitor hall.
Immediately.
Okay. I'll keep this on in case I encounter anything. Entrance to connection elevator. See, doors over here. What a strange, backed up into a corner elevator this is. Auto turret disabled, heck yeah. Bye-bye, boys. This creature is deceased. Creature's incubation period was prematurely terminated. Its shell has not yet fully hardened. Containment seal breached. Larva vital signs critical. Secure area and terminate specimen. What else is there? This door has been sealed to prevent radiation leaks. Oh, come on. There we go. That's another point to using missiles, is that I use my thumb for both twin stick and charging. We've already scanned a lot of these. Uh-oh. Okay, game froze again. Is my computer about to freeze again? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is crazy loud on my phone. Holy cow. Test again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright. We good? So yeah, anyone watching this, the game freaking crashed a second time, and this time I saw my RAM spike up to maximum. So I think what's going on that's causing the crashes is my computer is not meant to handle emulating a game of that high quality as well as recording at the same time. And I'm sure I could fix the issue by just getting more RAM, but I'd have to get more RAM, and that would take a few days. I was always told I'd only ever need 16 gigs. Looks like I found an excuse to get more. So, We'll see. Maybe I'll have more by next week and I'll be able to continue with the remastered version. But for tonight, we're doing the trilogy version with Prime Hack, mouse and keyboard controls. I have not played Prime on this version yet, so you're going to be dealing with going through the beginning again. Glad to have you here, Orange. Yeah, you showed up at a strange time. But, yeah, for anyone who's only just seeing Orange's chat, he showed up, like, right after my PC crashed a moment ago. Fi was able to inform him on what was going on. So yeah, unfortunately, graphical downgrade this time around. Sorry, folks. Hopefully I'll be able to figure things out and get remastered running again in the near future. And you'll notice no narration this time. Yeah, this thing is looking way more jagged. But hey, this is what it looked like back in the day. Orange, what's your history with the Prime games? Oh dear. Oh dear, audio lag. I think even the game might be lagging. Let's hope at least this runs well tonight. I'm gonna be jarred if it doesn't. There we go. How's the stream quality? You guys said you can hear me. How's the visuals? How's the sound? Okay. This game was your introduction? Nice. I have to wonder what's causing the lag that I'm hearing. Man, this feels so fluid with mouse controls. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, there's that symbol I was talking about in the remastered stream. Symbol in the middle of the nodes. Man, these nodes are virtually non-existent once they've been scanned. Force field blocks the entrance. Something nearby must be able to deactivate it. Now, a neat thing about Prime Hack is you can set it to have the motion controls for selecting visors and weapons, or you can set it so you just hold a button and press a number. I really like the Prime Hack controls. It's a very cool system. You love this game? Good to know. Let's just hope it runs well this time. And yeah, you can see what I mean about the doors as well. This door is much more detailed and much more door-looking. Rather than looking like a barely frosted cookie. I'm probably going to try and edit together the three versions of the stream that I've done. Just so people understand what I'm talking about. I don't have to go through everything again. The first game where you realize that the losing all powers violently before every game thing is too immersion breaking. I mean, in this game, at least they tried to explain it by her slamming into a wall and experiencing a data glitch of some kind. It's not as dark in here, but that somehow makes it feel less wrecked. Now, some of you not familiar with this game might say, how is the symbol better than the blank square block that the remaster has? How is that any better? It's a little weird to just have this weird symbol there. Well, it's a symbol significant in Chozo lore, at least in this game. So it would make sense for Samus's suit to have it. Therefore, not as immersion breaking as you might think. Yeah, this feels real weird playing this with the old graphical stuff going on. Even if I like the doors and scan squares a little better, it just the remaster looks so good, man. And there you go, as I said, in the remaster they brought back the multi-shot of Prime Hunters. In the original, you just get one shot and then charging. Man, look at those jagged parasites. They barely even look like living things. Let's see, what's my... I don't remember my... There we go, control. That's a weird position for that button, but I guess it works. Scanning everything, because again, already scanned all this earlier, then my PC kept crashing. Speaking of which, I hope this doesn't cut the stream. I'm gonna open Task Manager. Actually, can I could probably just do a run command thing. Yeah, there we go. Just to monitor things in case I run into issues again. Oh gosh, my window's so big. Hold on a sec. Okay, that should be good. Memory usage is lower by default by about 2 gigs. So hopefully that's a good thing. And hey, Prime 2 gave us a good excuse for Samus losing all of her equipment as well. The Ings stole it. Though it kinda looked more like Samus ejected it from herself somehow, but still. Energy conductor unit has been damaged. I guess I don't really need... Whoops! I forgot that was there. Ugh, the lag. I have to wonder what's causing that. I think I had that every time I tried playing Prime Hack before. I don't know how to get it to stop. I think it's just something to do with Prime Hack. For anyone who doesn't know what Prime Hack is, if it isn't already basically obvious, I forgot to scan that guy, I think. Oh well. Prime Hack is a version of Dolphin emulator, that has been specifically designed to allow for mouse and keyboard controls in the Prime games. And I gotta say, feels great. Ah, there's the sparks. I'm like, oh, these things weren't sparking in the old one. So for anyone who wants to know what my mouse setup is, B button is space. Of course it is. Jump button is space, I should say. I have one of my 2 extra mouse buttons for missile, that being the front mouse button. Left click is fire, right click is lock on. Q is this menu. E button is going to be my weapons menu. Control is morph ball. By the way, we have morph ball bombs. And I don't remember if there are any other controls beyond that. Phase and fuse stage, read all this. Sorry if all the scanning is a little bit jarring. Hold on a minute. Oh man, that side hopper looks so much more like just somebody's concept drawing. Hello, sir. Okay, so I did scan that. And to be honest, I don't know how many scans are important for final completion rates, and I'm probably not going for 100%. Done up! It's just a habit at this point to scan everything, because I don't know what counts. There we go. I have a message. Ah. Aw, he got a hit in on me. So close to perfect. Did the music just cut out? What the heck? That's a completely different image on the left side. We don't have the crazy clown mouth this time. Which is weird because I swear it looked like a crazy clown mouth. Oh no, wait, there it is. Never mind. Is there something I can scan for these? It doesn't seem like there is. Charge beam can be used to draw in pickups. Those of you who might remember that from my AM2R playthrough, this is where it comes from. An ingenious means of pulling in pickups from too far away. I love that the only alert alarm lights we've seen so far are these three above the save door. Okay. Oh, I can't. I can scan these ones. Never mind. Analysis detects large amounts of blood missing from the carcasses. These bodies may have been used for nourishment. Pattern inconsistent. Oh, pattern consistent with predator behavior. I don't know if I've ever scanned these 3 before. These creatures still contain a heat signature. They have not been here for very long. And now you get to see the non-remastered version of the Parasite Queen. Man, it looks way fleshier. Look at its HP drop. Aw. Easy peasy. You might wonder, what was that thing that just popped up? That's the thing with the Prime Trilogy, the Wii version of the Prime Trilogy. You can get little tokens from in-game achievements that let you unlock extras. I never liked how Metroid did it, personally.
Evacuate immediately. Evacuate.
There were certain achievements I was never able to get in Prime 3 back in the day, simply because I believe it was because I never got to play it with a friend or something like that. Some shenanigans that I was never able to do that didn't involve actual gameplay. I really hated it. These fans. Oh, wait a minute. That's a new scan? Severe internal damage detected. Who needs lock-on when you have mouse controls? Did I scan everything over here? I think I did. Seems like it. And that has exploded. These things deal minimal harm to you, as well as interesting visor effects. But if you're good enough at it, that's also a decent way to get some pickups, if you need them. They have each or almost every space pirate as a new scan since they are separate people. Fair enough. Check out this giant door that for some reason still needs a gun to open. As weird as it is to require shooting your gun to open doors, I will never get tired of it. I love it. It's fun. In the most minimal way. There we go. Whoop. Those doors look so thin. It's really satisfying, though. For a second, I thought that hit me. I did not intentionally back up. I don't think I've ever noticed that the game pushes you back before. But yeah, if that hits you, it is not good. It also looks even more terrifying in the remaster, because these are very obviously hot scrape marks. Some weird camera angles here. Hello, Meta Ridley. This is what became of Ridley after Samus's initial Zebus encounter. Oh, in combat visor mode, press and hold Z when this object is in your view to perform a grapple beam swing. Ah, it's just it automatically happens from aiming in this game, apparently. Subject Meta Ridley, cerebral casing stable, exoskeleton seal holding, begin umbilical retraction. I wonder why they were using this oddly rectangular room as their chamber for working on Meta Ridley. Weapon update complete, Stinger ballistics online, plasma fuel cell online. Cool room though, albeit not what I would call a good laboratory. What? Oh. Was that sparking when I walked through it, or did I just have bad timing? And there's their excuse for losing your powers. Your suit malfunctions. Morph ball malfunction. Missile malfunction. Charge beam malfunction. Grapple beam malfunction. And also power suit malfunction. Or various suit, rather. Wait a minute, what the... Huh. I somehow never noticed there was a little gap there. I don't remember this wall at all. You know this little thing on the left? Little danger meter? Really cool little feature. It doesn't do a lot, but it helps you keep track of whether or not you're close to danger when you're looking elsewhere. Like say you're platforming or trying to aim upward while dealing with lava pits. Did I just see a rock floating out of there that looked oddly like a heart? That looked weirdly like I skipped the cutscene. I did no such thing. Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. Wow, that looks very N64. I see now why people said the GameCube and Wii were underpowered. But back in my day, when those things were new, I thought they were beautiful. And I still do. It ain't a bad look at all. This looks great. Just not as good as the remaster. Welcome to the Talon Overworld. This was exciting and mind-blowing for a lot of people back in the day. Red starburst, edible flowers bloom seasonally, considered a delicacy in many territories. I wish I could eat them. Now we can finally scan our ship for real. Hunter-class gunship registered to Samus Aran. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. So check this out. Our jump doesn't quite take us up and over it. But it does if you stand right in front of it. But I think I got stuck on it for a second there. Also, I love that Samus barely fits inside the access hatch. But yeah, I believe some people have used that strange, oddly specific jump as a speedrunning tactic for certain things. I don't know how for sure, but it strikes me as very exploitable. Look at this water. You know, almost can't even tell it's water. And here's what it looks like under the water. This looks a lot bigger than I thought it did when I was testing Remaster earlier. We'll have to come look at it again if I manage to get Remaster up and running again. What do we got through here? Game's a little darker than I remember, at least in this area. If you're good with it, you can get the space jump early. Nice! Ironic that to get the space jump early, you need to get good at using a pseudo space jump. This rock formation blocks most of the tunnel, but there's a small opening near the floor, but I do not currently have my morph ball. Blast cap! Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of the blast cap helps keep it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. Well, unfortunately, it's dim enough that I can't actually see them very well. Just another bonus to the remaster. Remaster is a little easier to make out details of things like that. So yeah, the thing that was awesome about Prime back in the day, this lichen seems to be giving off low levels of radiation. No matches found in Flora and Fauna databank. The thing that made Prime so cool back in the day was people thought you couldn't take a Metroidvania and make a first-person version. I figured you can't make a first-person shooter Metroidvania. At least not a Metroid game itself. But clearly they did, and they did it very well. Even if it's really weird when you try to put context into it, it is very fun and very good. I just bumped my mic. Seedling, plant-based ground feeder. Dorsal spines can be ejected in self-defense. Are those really dorsal? They look more like cranial. Oh yeah, I don't even have my charge beam anymore. I forgot about that. Dorsal is the top. Fair enough. Tangleweed, plant life with basic sentience, retracts into the ground if threatened. Tangleweeds are only dangerous to small organisms. They are covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Tangleweeds lack the strength to do anything more than hinder larger life forms, and indeed all they do is slow us down. So if we shoot our gun in the way... much better. Not that it matters that much. Welcome to the impact crater. A new pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Log 103080. Field team reports are in on an aged structure of alien design built on the surface of Talon 4. Studies show this structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics, and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. So yeah, this is our only pirate log that's just a hologram in the middle of a floor for some reason. It makes me think this area may have been created before other major pirate zones in the game. Maybe their original plan was to just have all pirate data logs look like this. And then they decided to make them computers. There's a blast shield on the door blocking access. Analysis indicates that the blast shield is invulnerable to beam weapons. Explosive weapons may damage it. Indeed, our beams just bounce right off. I swear I remember these tangleweeds being more susceptible to weapons fire flying overhead, but I guess not. Let's see, over here next. Beetle! My, what a creative name. Burrowing insect with a resilient carapace, extremely aggressive. Insect's massive mouth enables it to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds. Above ground, beetles can cover short distances rapidly. They attack anything that moves near their lair. Oh, excuse me. Well, they did well. They called them insects, and they do indeed have 6 legs. Could have sworn I had to go to the right instead of the left, but okay. Sap sac. Chemical reaction within sac produces violent explosion when agitated. Because of its irresistible odor and sweet nectar, the sap sac was nearly eaten out of existence. The evolution of an explosive chemical sac saved it. Now only brave or ingenious creatures dare to devour it. Indeed. It goes boom. Rarely is that going to be useful. It's a bit strange just how many things on this planet like to explode. New creatures entry. Zoomers! I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I blame the fact that I'm talking a lot. Anchors itself to walls and other surfaces. Avoid contact with spikes. A basic nerve center located directly above the zoomer's mandibles detects nutrients. Sharp spines protect it from casual predators, but the lack of a reinforced carapace makes the zoomer vulnerable to any indirect attacks. Bit ironic that it's called a zoomer and it's a little hedgehog looking. Unfortunately, it's not very fast. Also, it's blue. I wonder if that was a reference. Oh! Almost messed up my jump. I always liked the visor effects of your visor getting wet from mist and rain. Actually, let me... Yeah, check that out. Raindrops on the visor. If you look up. And if you look down a bit, they're still there. But not quite as plentiful. Very, very cool attention to detail. Gemer! Wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes. The Gemer is an evolutionary offshoot of the Zoomer family. When threatened, it extends its lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. We don't have anything that can break it right now. Blood flower, able to eject toxic spores. Toxins are poisonous, even to the blood flower itself. 3 mouth nodules protrude from the stalk beneath the flower, each with a rudimentary brain cluster and the ability to spew toxic fumes at anything within a 5-meter radius. The spores ejected from the stigma at the center of the flower are sufficient to kill this creature if they explode in its vicinity. Okay. I feel like that was delayed, but yeah, when you shoot the spore that it fires, it travels back to it rather than just exploding it in its face or something. I can't go through there either. Gosh dang it. There we go. That's what I was expecting. From the weeds. Let's see, that's the way I came from. I guess this is the way I need to go.
Recording to logbook.
Was that node bugged? Large energy replenishes 20 units of energy. Wait a minute, what the... The stone surface this lichen grows on appears too smooth to be natural. Oh, indeed, there's no way this is natural. You really think that up there would be natural? Even though it looks oddly like the same fruit that seems to be growing out of it? I don't know if I killed anything with that, but... Wait a minute! There's one more thing I'm missing! It's important to scan it now rather than later so we can get a bit of an extra read. Where was it? Whoops. No, not that. This one. There we go. Is it that door up there? Am I forgetting something? What am I missing? I think I hit a mushroom. There it is with its spikes out. I guess I can't get up there yet, so I don't need to worry about that. And I'm pretty sure where I'm looking for is not up the elevator. I see that. I think the place I'm looking for might be in there, so maybe I do have to come back. I'm looking for the frigate crash site. Doesn't seem to be down here. Have a good night, Fi. Glad you're able to make it for at least part of this. Can I not get to the crash site yet? I guess I can't. Darn. Could have sworn you could do that right out the gate. This is actually really fun to play on mouse and keyboard. Of course, I already knew that, but I am reaffirming that on stream. This is really fun to play on mouse and keyboard. Prime Hack makes it surprisingly smooth. Come on, Flower. There you go. Oh, wait, I can't go through that door yet. What am I doing? Spacing out, that's what. This door. Ow, I didn't touch you, though. And welcome to one of the coolest features of the Prime games. These elevators double as loading screens. And boy howdy! Those are some tall elevators. And suddenly we're in the desert. We took an elevator from the rainforest to the desert. How does that work? At least you no longer have to scan most of the doors. Abnormal seismic activity detected. Seismic disturbance at ruin site. I have the tab key as my map key. Same bugs. Well, this place is dusty and cramped looking. What does this warbly do?
Recording to logbook.
The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however. The Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. That's a lot of information to glean from like 30 runes. Check out this place. Cool. This tree seems to be weakened due to cellular decomposition. Object out of scanning range. Oh my gosh, so many of you. Oh yeah, neat little feature. I don't know if you guys spotted that. When you fire your gun in rapid fire, and then stop, look at it smoking. I always thought that was awesome. I need to try that again in the remastered version. I don't know if I've ever done that. Passageway to Shrine. Hello. This object rests at the top of a very smooth inclined slope. Well, yes, I can see that. What is it? It's a missile tank. These stones appear to have fallen from the walkway above. These large branches have been forcibly intertwined, forming what looks to be a bridge structure. I love that. They're part of their way of living alongside nature is like, hey, if we need a bridge, we'll just grow a tree and force it into a bridge shape. Which is awesome. I wish humans did that more. The ledge this object rests on cannot be reached from this room. Can I scan the door? There we go. Only opened from the other side. You don't see a lot of those in this game. Remember this ominous music, because it's going to change later. This etching resembles a bird-like creature. Does it? It looks more like a cockroach to me. War Wasp Hive. Primary War Wasp dwelling. Only vulnerable to heavy weaponry. War wasps build their homes over existing crevices. The name war wasps messes with me. Using whatever materials are close at hand, they carry building fragments back to the construction site with their forelegs and glue them into place with adhesives secreted from their abdomens. secreted from their abdomens. My bad.
Recording to logbook.
Scarab! Yeah, these things are a bit scarab looking, aren't they? They look real neat, though. They almost look like really cool gaming mice. Kinda wish I had a gaming mouse that looked like that. Exploding parasites that can embed their bodies in solid rock. Remember what I said about everything on this planet exploding? Scarabs think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of their swarm. When a hostile life form is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. I'll just wait for them to finish burying themselves in the floor and walls. Look at these guys all chilling out here. Waiting to die. And splash their guts on my face. I can't go through there right now. I guess this way? Yep. Hello. At least these things being explosives means they're easier to handle than the parasites, because these guys can blow up their comrades as well.
Recording to logbook.
Morphology. Ion. Immobile organisms entirely composed of ocular tissue. Capable of launching sustained energy beams when active. Launching energy beams. Interesting. The ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. Can't break them right now, but I can do this much. They're very bouncy looking. I have to wonder how they grow.
Recording to logbook.
New Chozo lore, Chozo script translated. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. Elevated toxicity levels found in tree bark. Scans indicate a poisoned water source within 4 meters of tree base. Well, it must be 4 meters on the other side of that wall. Because it ain't in here. Check these out. Structural weaknesses detected in sandstone block. Structural integrity of metal is stable, no flaws detected. This object resides at the end of a high channel set into the wall. I don't know why they keep telling me that where this object is when I'm already looking at it. Unusually high concentrations of poison identified in tree leaves. An ornate wall hanging with a highly reflective surface. It does not appear important. Oh wow, highly reflective indeed. Look at that. That's fun. Ornate wall hanging though? It looks more like it's bolted to the wall and hardly ornate at all.
Recording to logbook.
War wasp, airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. Goodness gracious, that explains how it's able to hurt us through our armor though. The war wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival. If I could stop yawning, that'd be great. Dive bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. You hate these things and how many types there are? Same. I am in full agreement. They are annoying. I hope the war wasps do not return in Prime 4. Chozo sculpture crafted in honor of Talon's star. The only translatable symbol detected on this sculpture is the word Chozo. This petrified organic matter looks like a rock carved into the shape of an eye. There's a cool little sun-bathed hallway. I wonder if it was a bathhouse or something. Also, interesting that this supposedly represents Talon's star. I guess that might right there, but I don't know. Interesting how oddly heavy-duty it looks. Cool little note that the eye things petrify. You're right, that is what that is, isn't it? The eye thing petrified. It also looks like it shrank. Go through the other door in the wasp room? That's a save room, isn't it? There we go. Yes, I absolutely want that. But Mom, I'm not at a save point yet! Hi. Hello. You guys need to pick better hangout spots. Ow. I'm getting out of here. And I can't do anything about the nests yet. Toxicity levels of this water are very high. Contact with contaminated liquid extremely hazardous. Stress points present in Brimstone Wall. A concussive blast may shatter it. Not to be confused with Brimstone with an M. This is Brimstone with an N. N as in Nancy, not M as in map. This small tunnel leads back behind the wall. Width of the opening is approximately 1 meter in diameter. I wonder. No, this can't be the water source that tree was sucking from, can it? 4 meters away?
Recording to logbook.
Plasmite, small insect capable of storing and releasing thermal energy. Plasmites are attracted to sources of heat, thriving on the energy present there. They emit light when hunting and will expel small bursts of thermal energy when threatened. Ow. Ow. Alright, guess I gotta kill you. Didn't want to. Funny how you can't scan these crates. All the scannables in this game, and it doesn't tell you that you can scan or break crates. Also interesting that this water is so toxic that Samus's suit can't handle it. Doesn't exactly call it acid, it just says it's toxic. Drainage possesses traces of high-level toxins. Mechanical device appears to be inactive. Life forms detected within hollows of machine. This elevated bridge looks worn but functional. Ow! This item can only be reached by using the elevated bridge. What's this crazy looking floor? Oh, not gonna tell me then. Each turn on the statue is a different scan? I don't think I knew that. Man, the left side really makes it look like a tiki statue, doesn't it? I mean, look at that face on the bottom. That is just a face. Then again, I guess it actually is a face, isn't it? I thought the top part was faces and the bottom part was coincidence, but I could be wrong on that. Mechanoid, Hive Mecha, security unit programmed to work with predatory hive dwellers. A design flaw makes the shielding on Hive Mecha weak around their access ports. These units are second-generation combat drones, able to interface with organic units at a higher level. They train, shelter, and work with hive-dwelling predators. Unarmed, they rely on their hive beasts to handle any threats. This thing calls itself a drone, but it seems to be a built-in machine. This might be the weirdest boss in the whole game when you really think about it. That's why birds never get photographed from the front. Yeah, I've seen those. You ever seen the one with the owl? Oh, look at her. She's so calm right now. She's such a peaceful owl. And then she turns her head and just has the widest eyes you can imagine. There you go. Ram War Wasp, airborne predator, circles its prey and then strikes. The war wasps are the only species on Tile 4 to evolve a true hive mind. Nesting in damp, dark places, ram war wasps emerge in small groups when threatened and circle their enemy at high speeds, disorienting it. Striking from all sides as a single intelligence, they can fell huge organisms. Let me tell you, being able to use mouse and keyboard for this, or twin stick controls in the case of Remastered, makes it much easier to keep track of these things. Whoa, hold on a minute. This device is emitting a high-frequency signal. This may be the cause of the war wasp swarms. Of course, another way to keep track of the wasps is to use your radar in the upper left there. It is currently not a different scan. There we go. I need to lock on more. That's more like it. Whoops. No new scans there. None here either, at least currently. Indeed, it seems you were wrong, Zelda Sheik. Interesting that I'm not perfectly centered in the middle of this bunch, by default at least. Or maybe that was me. Whoop! My lock-on didn't work properly. Hive Mecha defeated. Missile launcher. Now it'll finally tell me that. I've only scanned 3 of them before it confirmed that. What a dramatic swing of her gun for some reason. Whoop. I did not mean to do that. And the other kind of expansion, Energy Tank. This item permanently increases your maximum energy capacity by 100 units. And boy howdy, I need that. This small tunnel leads back behind the wall. Width of the opening is approximately 1 meter in diameter. Maybe the previous scans were telling you where they were because you didn't have the gun for it. Maybe. I love these little randomly placed spotlights. I wish you could go out into the world and find random spotlights shining on random walls. I just realized I can't go through there yet. I don't have Morph Ball. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, darn. Ceiling ornament in the way. Where is it? Did I get it? Oh, I guess I got it. Ruined War Wasp Hive. War wasps are resourceful insects. The destruction of a hive will not deter the survivors from rebuilding a new home. Surviving war wasps will defend new sites with their lives until the hive is complete. Hey! Man, in hindsight, that's a really janky model. You ever notice before it spins, it kind of wiggles on her gun there? Haha! I'm faster than the little bugs. Gosh dang it. There we go. It is neat to confirm that the rocket launcher does indeed have a small blast radius. I could have sworn I remember that being oddly reflective in more ways than just the face. Man, that is some really icy water I got. Almost too icy. It's good water, though. Oh wait, I forgot I can break these now. Or can I? Maybe not with missiles. I thought I could. Nope. Really? No items from any of them. Alright then. I'll tell you what, one thing that bums me out a little bit is that I also watched Snapcube play the Prime games for her first time. Unfortunately, I don't believe she ever played more than like 2 videos for each of them. Oh my gosh, stop it. Look at all those, and I can't get them just yet. I got that one, so we're good. Aw, I hit the ceiling. I am breezing through this now. These brief lag spikes I keep getting really make me nervous. Magnetic rail system track detected. It appears to be active. Spider ball technology required to access track. You kinda love this mini-boss? I just like how simple it is. Stonework in sample region has been refined to atypical smoothness. I like Flagra. I don't remember if there are any other bosses in this game that particularly stand out to me other than Flagra. These blue orbs seem to be simple light sources. Multiple microscopic fractures found throughout sandstone wall section. Morph ball. Hey, I need that. And for some reason that door comes up. So we can fight the bugs first. Like I said, these games don't make a ton of sense when you add context to them. But if you just play them for fun, then you're having a great time. Can I get a few of you with one shot, maybe? By the way, how do you like that jump move I did earlier? To jump over the horde. It was simple, but in a game like this, not an easy move to pull off. And you definitely can't be aiming down while you're doing it in normal gameplay, but that's what mouse and keyboard can do for you. Look at that butt. As if we really needed that many camera angles. Plated beetle, well-armored burrowing insect, vulnerable only in the rear abdomen. The creature's thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks. This gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks, only surfacing when it detects vibrations above. It then maneuvers itself so as to always face its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected. This thing reminds me a little bit of Triceratops, which is my personal favorite dinosaur. And now it's dead. Easy peasy. There was an old internet meme reference I was going to make with that boss, and then I spaced. But in hindsight, I don't know how appropriate it would be. Oh, it's blocked. Guess we're going to this one. Can you believe how smooth these mouse and keyboard controls are? My missile bounced off of a tree. Explain that one, physics. And you can hear the music has already changed. It's a little less ominous and a little more upbeat. A little bit rap beat-ish. I forgot to destroy them from a distance before the wasp came out. Oh well. Didn't the scan explain it? I mean, isn't it just a tree knot? This tree seems to have weakened due to cellular decomposition. If I shoot any other part of the tree, though, the missile explodes, but that knot... Beow! What the heck is that knot made of to be repelling missiles? Fountain choked by overgrowth. Toxin levels are high.
Recording to logbook.
The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it has already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. Hardening? Doesn't look very hard to me. Well, that's a bot post, but at least it's a new ad. One moment. Well, on my end, it says I deleted the message, but on the stream end, it's still there. Weird. Let's see, where was I in scoping out this room? There we go. Hello, Shriek Bats.
Recording to logbook.
Hello, Reaper Vine. Powerful rock-dwelling tentacle. A single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a constant vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is owned to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Vine will swing this blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. Why do you hate this room, Zelda Sheik? Spoilers? Fair enough. For anyone who might be wondering, this was actually not my first Prime game, nor my first Metroid game. I like this cramped little hallway here, and the steam effects. Arguably my first Metroid game, as I've mentioned previously in other streams, was either Metroid Fusion or Metroid Prime 2. It was a little bit of both. Derelict Mechanism once controlled the water pump, currently non-operational. The path of corruption leads ever higher.
Recording to logbook.
Shriekbat, Territorial Ceiling Dweller. Ugh. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I slept great last night. Body temperature peaks at 121 degrees centigrade. Shriekbats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb anything that wanders near. Once again, so many exploding things on Talon 4. Maybe the reason I'm so yawny is because I've been working early shifts this week, and I've got at least one more next week. Or so I understand. What predator was there that exploding was the only defense? Right? Is that a genuine question, or are you saying has that ever been a thing? That totally looks like a mushroom. Genuine question? We talking about real life, or are we talking about the game? Because there's plenty of those in this game. That which fouls the waters seeks the sun. in the game. Let's see, there's the blast caps, there's the shriek bats, there's the bugs, there's the scarabs, specifically. That's 3. There's also the fruits. Oh yeah, what was hunting them? Gotcha. So what was their predator that forced them to explode? Gotcha. Well, there's a few big boys in this game. Them beetles are pretty big, and they can take a lot of bullets. Or plasma shots, I guess this might be. It's not a plasma gun, but what the heck? What the heck else do you call Samus's gunshots? Lemons, like the Mega Man joke. Toxicity levels critical. Contact with contaminated water extremely hazardous. The great poison comes from Talon's core. What did that say? That which follows the water seeks the sun. Interestingly enough, those two messages are talking about two different things entirely. Roots originate over walls. No decomposition detected. Host plant appears to thrive on toxic water. Trace sediments indicate water once flowed here. Flagra, is that you? This large metal gate blocks entrance to the area beyond. 4 runic symbols adorn its surface. Matching symbols within this room must be scanned to gain access here. Well, there's one. This runic symbol has been activated. 4 runic symbols in this room must be activated. There's our little Indiana Jones Tomb Raider puzzle. Metroid style. And the problem is, I don't remember where all the others are off the top of my head. They've got to be down here. I kind of like that the blast caps come in different sizes. I accidentally shot the tentacle.
Recording to logbook.
Missile ammunition resupplies missile launcher with 5 rounds of ammo. Look at that big boy. I don't usually see those ones. Honestly, I forgot they even existed. Okay, where is our... There's a third one hiding in the dark. Ah! I knew there was one on the floor, but thanks for reminding me, Zelda Sheik. I don't know how I missed that. And now we scan one more on that itty-bitty little coin in the middle. Oh, dang it! The weed took too long to go back into the wall. I don't even know if it's a weed. It does have an eye. It could be a genuine living thing that, for some reason, needs to slash up its prey. I kind of wish they retracted with the sound instead of recoiling for a second first. The gate has been unlocked. Indeed it has. It's just gone now. Charge beam!
Recording to logbook.
Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent, the fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory, but the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. Check out the shape of our charge beam. I love that it just spins and dances, but also, why did they pick specifically this shape? I really have to wonder. Does our charge beam charge by spinning lenses inside the gun or something? That doesn't make sense, but I don't know. It's the barrel getting bigger, maybe. I like that that one is at a weird angle. Actually, there's a few of them at weird angles now that I think about it. That one's going in a full-blown circle! But now we can actually break these things instead of only stunning them. Anybody notice that little secret on the left side there? Oh, dang it. Unidentifiable obstruction, approximately 1 meter wide, blocks the hole. Well, darn! I guess I can't break it. I thought I could do that already. Yeah, nope. Don't got bombs. Ow. Thank you, warning meter. Now can you stop? I wonder what it would have been like to live in this place back when it was actually lived in. Before the poisons and everything. Because, man, this is some weird architecture. Am I stupid? There's more to do in here, isn't there? The path of corruption leads ever higher, says the world's cheapest dream catcher, apparently. Ow. Yoop. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. This one. Luminescent cylinders functioning at 80%. Really? That's it? They're just supposed to be luminescent. That's their entire purpose? How strange. Sandstone wall. But I can't get up there yet. Dang it. Oh. Check out this floor. All watery. I love it. It's all drippy right here. Ceiling's blown out. This view right here reminds me a little bit of Forever Skies. Forever Skies is such an atmospheric game. Maybe I'll have to try streaming it one of these days. I won't stream very much of it because it's technically an unfinished game, and there's also a bit of a difficulty spike halfway through, but it does have a very strong and interesting beginning to it. Structural weakness detected in sandstone blocks core. Oh, come on, it's sandstone! It's weak, cheap sandstone! I can break sandstone with my foot! Especially if I'm wearing an armored foot, like Samus. I don't want to go that way. Swimming in acid water is not my idea of fun. Nor is it my idea of progression.
Recording to logbook.
Stone Toad preys on creatures smaller than itself, vulnerable only from within. A stone toad is able to remain still for days. It preys upon creatures smaller than itself, inhaling them whole. Anything it finds undigestible, it regurgitates. Stone toads use their tusks as a last resort in combat. Yeah, that thing's a little freaky to see when you're playing this game for the first time. You just come down here like, oh, is this a hallway? Yeah! Oh, this big guy. I thought you said they remain still for days. Why is this guy wobbling all over the place and croaking and everything? He's not making any effort to attack me with those last resort tusks. You thought it was a statue at first, right? As it says, vulnerable from the inside only, so I don't want to... I don't want to get sucked up by it yet. I am not tired yet. I just want to make that clear. I could go to sleep right now, but I am not feeling tired at all yet. I don't know why I keep yawning. It's driving me nuts. Maybe it's a posture thing. Maybe I need to sit up. Let's sit up a little bit. And then have another sip of water. There we go. Maybe I'll be yawning a bit less now. I love how there's just this tiny room, big enough to stand up in, for some reason with its own neon light, but the only way in or out is with a morph ball. Or crawling, if you're so inclined. The morph ball is, canonically, half Samus's full height, as far as I can tell. It's just a lot more convenient than crawling around. Incinerator drone, programmed for high-temperature waste disposal. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess. Weird that they call this one a drone, too, when it's frickin' stationary! What was this room used for that they needed to put a flamethrower in the middle of it? And here we have another kind of war wasp trying to attack me. Barbed war wasp, airborne insects with the ability to launch its stinger at prey. A highly aggressive member of the war wasp family, this insect can propel the tip of its stinger up to 20 meters. The stinger tips regrow seconds after launch and contain an acidic compound designed to pre-digest prey. Yeesh. Being pre-digested does not sound like a fun experience. Oh, come on. Ow. Oh, wait, it missed. Never mind. That one didn't. Lock-on really helps in this fight. Indeed it does. It really helps in a lot of fights. Although there are a lot of fights where it really doesn't. What the? I thought I was able to just stand under that, but apparently not. At least not that time. Oh. There we go. Man, hard to believe I had to shoot flames at these things 4 times before they burned to death. Look at that morph ball bomb. That's kind of cute. Whoops. Almost looks a little Star Fox-ish, actually. Massive Hive? I mean, yeah, but we were setting them on fire directly. The whole thing. Oh, jeez, sorry about that. Smacked my microphone again. Now we have bombs at last. They look oddly like energy balls as opposed to actual bombs, but whatever. You might wonder, what's with the warning? Well, it's because of the toxic water flowing in here. I wonder if it's possible to glitch myself into one of these corners just enough to take a point of damage. I wonder if that hive is actually a lot deeper up in the ceiling, and all that smoke is from the hive burning on the inside. Structural weakness detected throughout wall. Well, let me just follow this pathway then. Yet another room only accessible by morph ball tunnel. A well-lit morph ball tunnel at that. Oh yeah, that entire chamber was only accessible by morph ball tunnels. I forgot. And this one, for some reason, appears to need rope supports. All right, Toad. Poor Toad. It's actually surprisingly nice, even if you get eaten, it'll just spit you out eventually. Basic systems appear to be operational. Device should operate once power has been restored. Ah yes, I remember this puzzle. It's a pretty fun puzzle.
Recording to logbook.
Lock system engaged. Secure the area to unlock door. It does do damage. Yes, it does. Standard morph ball slot. The slot is active. Inserting the morph ball and detonating a bomb will usually cause these slots to send electrical impulses that can activate different types of devices. Definitely won't break the slot, it'll just activate it for some reason. I'm gonna say the bombs use electrical explosions of some kind. Gotta be quick. I was always slightly annoyed that the morph ball almost doesn't seem to fully fit inside the slot. Like it's slightly more than halfway out of it. Maybe it uses magnets or something, I don't know. In Prime 2, they actually show an electrical field show up around the ball, and I really like that. This machine is now fully functional. Isn't this place full of water when you come through here later? Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, I can't do those tracks yet. What the heck is this room? It appears to be something really hot. I believe it's some kind of furnace. But for some reason it just looks like molten magma inside that is actively on fire. Oh yeah, there's more of it down here. That's what all this is. From being a furnace. But why hasn't it all super cooled yet? And why is it all just seemingly haphazardly laying around? I wonder if I can cheese this a little bit. Ooh. Ooh, maybe. It'll be really tough. Morphball bomb jumping isn't as intuitive in the Prime games. Nope. I guess I'll just jump back down. Okay, now I'm starting to feel a little bit weary. So I think I'm going to take a very short break. Stretch my legs and such. You think that's possible? You just have to be really precise. Probably, but I don't got time for that. Be right back, everyone. Alright, folks, I am back. Sorry for the wait. I would like to make it at least another half hour. I'm hoping to get to the first major boss before I call it a night. The delays tonight definitely didn't help with that. Let's see, is that where I need to go? Loop around to whatever that is right there. Can I even do that right now? Let's see. Trying to figure out the map controls on mouse and keyboard is the one downside of Prime Hack. It's a little funky to get used to. Let's see, there's all this here, but that's not where I need to go. I need to go there. So that is either going to be the tree room. No, it's definitely going to be the tree room because I can't go that way through the main plaza. Or it could be this room here, transport access north. In fact, I bet it is. Then again, the tree room has a puzzle all its own, so... Oh wait, going up leads over there. It's going straight this way that goes that direction. Alright. What do we got over here this time? Oh wait, I remember where I'm going now. At least... yeah, this room. Pop. It's cool that you don't get hurt by your own missiles. Nope. Moderate mechanical activity indicates machine is still active. Metal structure heavily weakened. Sufficient blast trauma will likely result in complete destruction. Oh, wait. Duh. The missile is such a quiet explosion, I sometimes forget it's a blast. I mean, listen to this. You can barely hear it. Yeah, I don't care. Those things explode so violently the world shakes. Oh, dang it. I kinda can't believe I just skirted around all of those. Let's save again real quick, just because I got a new expansion. What do you think? Could I beat this whole game in under 6 hours? Like I did all the mainline ones? Ain't no way. 16 maybe. Even 16 might be generous. Runic symbol has been activated. There's another one somewhere around here, down below, I believe. Toxicity levels critical. Contact with contaminated water extremely hazardous. I believe we've already read something like that before. Analysis suggests the presence of a runic symbol here. Okay, I was trying to scan the red weeds, but whatever. Still can't scan the red weeds, oddly enough. The red weeds are more tingle weeds, but they actually hurt you. I think they're toxic or something. Gosh dang it, so close to killing them before they got out. There's so many larger missile pickups, and I don't even remember them being in the game before the ones I found earlier. Are those in addition to the trilogy version or something? Oh, wait a minute. Could that be the scan I need? Indeed it is! Venom weed, poisonous plant that retracts into the ground if threatened. Venom weeds evolved to thrive in the habitats of large organisms. They lure prey with brightly colored leaves, then detain it with tiny barbs that deliver a powerful toxin. Venom weeds rapidly decompose anything that succumbs in their midst. You think 5 is the normal? There's a 10 that's rarer, though? Nah, because the one missile is what I'm used to seeing. The where it's just flat, 2 tails. This one looks a lot like the normal one from 2, though. But I don't know, maybe I'm just remembering wrong. I probably am. Decorative gate is obstructing passage through the doorway. 4 runic symbols adorn its surface. Here's the 3rd one. Walls appear to have been constructed with extreme delicacy around tree limbs. Very cool. Overwhelming toxin levels have rotted all the leaves. This music is almost lo-fi worthy. Come on, there we go. Why can't I scan that thing? That thing's interesting. Vast portions of tree's cellular structure have been consumed by toxins distributed through source water. It's even glowing. I don't think I ever noticed that before. This thing's frickin' glowing all the way up. Now, where is the last scan thing? I'll find it. Just need to remember where it is. Is it down here? Does not seem to be. Ah, there it is. Oh, jeez. Dang it. I am just a mite tired now. All that yawning did not help with that. Oh, dang it. Okay, I need to stop trying to rush that, apparently. And that. I didn't realize this is where I was. Come on, I'm a better platformer than this. I know what I'm doing. There we go. I just need to morph ball earlier and then get out of the tunnel. Goodness gracious. That is a very ornate pattern on this wall. They were really trying to make brown look good, weren't they? It does look good. It looks cool. Very, very humble. And yet still with some level of pride in their craft. Meet Flagra! This thing also looks a lot better in the remaster, but it is one of my favorite boss designs in the game. This thing looks awesome. I love it's got like a baboon mantis face. Also very interesting music. Morphology, Flagra. This mutant plant is the source of toxic water in the ruins. That's a bit shrill. Flagra's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. This exposure has made Flagra's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods. Mirror array used to focus sunlight onto creature. It looks like it can be tilted, possibly to take it offline. You call that thing a mirror? I mean, it is reflecting sunlight, but otherwise it don't look too reflective. I can't look for my own reflection in it. One of Flagra's tentacles fills this narrow drainage channel. Analysis indicates that Flagra's central nervous system is located at the base of this structure. And now shoot this thing. And Flagra immediately becomes more tired than I'm currently feeling. What the? Oh. I was like, wait, what? I can't boost up this thing? A little weird that one of these mirrors just happened to fall right as we enter the room. I have to wonder how the mirrors are going up and down before we show up. It gets so tiny. And then the mirrors randomly rotate again. Getting out the good morning stretches. Ow. I'll just speed up my progress around. Oh. Excuse me, sir. Need to get past your poisonous brambles. Ah, right. I forgot I need to stun it. Come on. There we go. That was close. Pretty sure a single charge beam will tip the mirror. I think you're right. I honestly forgot I had a charge beam. I love how awkward this thing's growth and shrinking animation is. I also love how incredibly dangerous those plants look just with having green smoke in them. Of course, the hard part of the charge beam is that you have to charge it. Ah, one charge beam will stun Flagra. Alright. I thought it was a little more resilient than that. I'm melting! I'm melting! I'm melting! And it's back. Now it's biggering. There's a great movie reference for you. Kudos to you if you know what that's a reference to. Oh, come on, Flagra. There we go. But Zelda Chic, what is it from? The Lorax, that's correct. The best song that the Lorax decided not to play for us. I guess because it was a little too on the nose about how modern companies tend to do things. Look at that shiny token! Could have sworn there was something else in here. Scan indicates this network of vines is invulnerable to weapons fire. This might be your only chance to scan these vines if you're going for 100%. What do you mean, what song? Biggering. Biggering was not in the final version of the Lorax. It was taken out. Very astute. Look at how shiny it is. It's so pretty. We gotta get Samus's measurements first before we can make the suit match. Congratulations, our shoulders are fat now. Oddly underwhelming suit change. Dangerous areas of heat are now accessible. World Gallery unlocked for purchase. That's a reference to the... Oh. I don't think I remembered being able to go underwater in here. I usually just hop across. Toxin scans negative. Water is free of poison. Is the great poison gone? Oh, geez, I should have scanned those. Those were worth 100. Just listened to part of the song, never heard about it before. Yeah, in the Lorax, there's a song where the guy sings, "How bad could I be?" And it's not a bad song at all. It's a little bit of a bop, but Biggering was the song that was supposed to go in its place. It's a much more serious song. It's arguably just a tad bit scary. But, it's also much more on the nose. A lot of people think it would have been better if they'd kept it in, but they took it out, supposedly, because, like I said, it was too on the nose about how companies tend to do things. The whole point is that he gets... In Biggering, he gets so invested in growing his company that he starts to forget to think about the little things. And it backfires on him. In the theatrical version, How Bad Could I Be, it's kind of the same thing, but it's not as on the nose, it's not as dark. It's him literally not recognizing what he's doing to the environment, rather than just ignoring it. Pulse Bombu, life form of raw energy, periodically releases explosive segments from its body. Pulse Bombus are energy beings, invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however. They lack any intelligence beyond an instinctive attraction to other charged energy sources. Pulse Bombus produce energy constantly. All excess energy is shed, regardless of who or what may be nearby. These things show up a few times in the Prime games, and I swear they have a different description every time, but you may also recognize them from Super Metroid and Zero Mission. Oh, I can't scan the things on the wall? Why not? Now I can.
Recording to logbook.
This thing has a big ol' eye in its back. Oculus, wall crawler that generates electric pulses. The Oculus exposes its single eye when active. The electrical field that covers it is enough to deter most predators. If the Oculus detects anything capable of presenting a real threat, it retracts into its impermeable shell. And now we jump the rest of the way down. Woo! Oh gosh, dang it. So many nests. Ugh. That's what you get for getting in my way. I blow you up. That was 4 wasp nests in here. You think you got enough nests, guys? This cordite wall hanging appears to be slightly cracked. Yeah, it's funny. We got cordite, brimstone, and like 1 or 2 others, and then just sandstone. Like, why can't any of them be granite or something? The cries of this dying land echo in our ears as we Chozo watch the great poison seep ever further into the living pulse of the planet. The dark energy sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all life. Peaceful beasts die by the thousands, but some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the force that fell from the sky. Many of these mutated monstrosities remain small enough to do little harm, but others grow enormous and threaten our very existence. One such beast defiles our sacred fountain, disgorging poison from its foul form, replacing pure flowing water with cascades of creeping death. Even in the face of such horror, we Chozo did not turn in fear. We are all that stands in the way of this great poison, and it is our duty to contain it. Indeed, Flagra was not the source of the great poison, but a result of it. Access to Magmore Caverns North granted. Please step into the hologram. Magmore Caverns is one of the most popular zones in the game, mostly because of its music. Its music is famous. I personally think it's just kind of okay. It's not bad music at all, but it gets old a little fast for me. That said, this is a perfect time to call the stream here for now, so I can go to bed soon. As I am getting a little tired. It wouldn't be good to push it. Well, sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. Hopefully I'll have those remedied in due time. But for now, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You may find my YouTube and Discord in my Twitch profile, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you may find my Twitch at TheWinterPrince52. Also, YouTubers, please leave comments. I love comments. Next time, we will explore a little Magmore Caverns and any other areas that we now have access to. But for now, thanks again everyone. I love you all. And have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.